right, and help may be heading our way soon as experts from the company Pfizer and BioNTech are now asking U.S. regulators from the Food and Drug Administration to allow the emergency use of its COVID-19 vaccine as early as next month. Now, this would mean that we could see as many as 25 million COVID-19 vaccine shots in the U.S. in less than 30 days. Joining us live this morning to talk about a vaccine is Dr. Jonathan Dario of Adventist Health Bakersfield. Good morning, Dr. Dario. How are you?
Morning, Tori. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, and thank you so much for waking up bright and early to answer some questions I know our viewers care about. All right, well, for starters, would you recommend our viewers who are watching this morning to get a vaccine if one should become available and make its way to Kern County? And if so, why?
I think if the CDC recommends for us to promote that vaccine for us to go out and get vaccinated, then we should definitely go do it. I'm sure just by the numbers of how many vaccines will be available, they'll have special recommendations who should get them first, prioritize, and we should just follow up what they recommend for us.
All right, and so would this vaccine really be a game changer in terms of impacting the surge in cases that we are seeing nationwide as well as locally?
I think what we've learned, especially from the first wave from the coronavirus, we need all the tools necessary to really kind of curve down the pandemic. We know that social distancing, wearing a mask has helped in the past. That it's kind of put that curve and it's brought it down and made it flat. We have less cases that rising throughout the day. But what we really need now is extra protection to protect those who are at risk, to help hospitals have less severe cases. And the vaccine is that tool. It could help us have more people who are protected, less severe cases, a less burden on the health system. And in the long run will help us be able to get back to some form of normalcy after the coronavirus.
All right, now I want to talk about creating immunity in our community. Would this support those with underlying health conditions and strengthen their immunity, or would this mostly essentially work for everyone?
It'll essentially work for everyone. We in the past different vaccines, especially like the flu and the pneumococcal or pneumonia vaccine. We always recommend it for a lot of people who have comorbidities or underlying health conditions. This could be heart failure, COPD, asthma. Those people who have those respiratory conditions that put them at risk. These vaccines essentially help them, protect them from getting those diseases, make their immunity stronger. So if they ever got it, maybe their immune system would help fight it off and you wouldn't have as severe a case. Right. And in the case of coronavirus, we know that those who have comorbidities or underlying health conditions, they're the ones who are more at risk. So I do expect in the future that some of the recommendations might be for those who have those conditions. They might recommend more so that those people getting the vaccines. We'll have to see what CDC says in the future once we roll around to January and February. But likely that's going to be those recommendations there. So.
Lastly, I do want to fit one more question in here. So I know that a lot of people have concerns about this. This is a very new vaccine, and some believe that this vaccine holds harsh chemicals. What's your answer to them?
Well, vaccines are the formulation, the chemicals they have in the vaccines are all fairly safe. The injections they do, they've done these for many years. The chemicals that they use are the same chemicals they use for other vaccines. So they're not harsh. Our body easily absorbs them, clears them out, any chemicals that are there. And as for the antigens or the things that they're introducing for our body to have an immune response for, we also clear out, and our body does its job in processing that.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Dr. Jonathan Dario of Adventist Health Bakersfield. We'll speak with you soon. Have a great morning.